It's KJH Family and Fun.
Hi, I'm Katie, the filmmaker slash artist, and today I'm just going to give you a very special announcement that we have today. So probably right now I'm in my room, that is, and I'm just going to call this area probably the digital area for now on, even though I couldn't even call it the KJH Art Studios corner or something like that. We'll just call it the digital area for now on. So hi, I'm Katie, the filmmaker slash artist, and welcome to the digital area. Well, pretty much this is pretty much referring to the area where I just make like a lot of digital media. Like for example, this is where I edit, or this is where I make digital artwork here, at this area that is. And this is where I also play my video games here at. Yeah, because I own a Switch, by the way. I mean, I'm not going to play it for you. And guess what's on my cell phone cover? I got cell phone logos from Print to Fly, which is also partnered by Etsy, by the way. So you can find these cell phone cases at Etsy with a logo on. Though, just in case. So pretty much today I'm just going to give you this special announcement that I'm just going to tell all these kids and teenagers that it's time to go back to school, and also welcome back to school. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm not the devil or demon or something like that, so I'm just kidding, okay? So you kind of get the point. So right now here at the digital corner right here, so I'm just going to explain how to survive a school day, especially on your first day of school. So before I even get you first started on your first day of school, I decided that we were going to start with a commercial break. Hi, it's me, KJ, the filmmaker slash artist, and today I am about to throw away an Etsy sale because on sale we have back-to-school school supplies like notebooks and backpacks and stuff. So why not just click on the link in the description below, and and you can just buy anything else on Etsy.com because I have an Etsy account. And now let's get back to the video tape because we're about to get started. And now we're finally back at the digital corner right here. So right now I just got this writing right here, and I'm just going to read it out to you on how to survive a school day. So whenever you're surviving a school day, that means you have to follow the rules at school before you, or otherwise you probably want to go into detention. I know some of you people are not don't even like school better because most of you guys would rather watch TV and play video game, and that's probably not an option. And they ain't knowledgeable either, so it might be a big waste of time. So you just have to be in school and just be well behaved and just learn something. That's all. So I'm just going to go over these 9 steps on how to survive a school day. So here we go. So number 1, beat the system. Okay, I always beat the system because the reasons why is because I hate being late for some reason on. And I hate being called late bird, especially in my art class, because I was called the early bird in my art class. Okay, I just call myself an early bird. My teacher just called everybody else a late bird because they all showed up late. And I was the early bird because I beat the system. I was like the only well-behaved student at school at the time. And that was high school anyway, but I'm just one teenager who just finally beat the system. So probably, and I also, oh yeah, by the way, I also beat the system while I was at the airport too because I had to show up on time. So I'm not going to talk about the airport things, I'm just going to talk about how you're going to beat the system at school. So the way you would beat the system is that you would just get up earlier, show up at the bus stop on time, and be in class on time, and try not to show up on the wrong side of the class at the wrong side of the time, and try not to show up late, or otherwise your teacher might explain that you just got late. And 2 is that every time you're like late for class, you probably wind up getting a detention. So you probably have to show up late at least 3 to 4 times, but even if you show up late multiple amount of times, then that counts as you going to detention for obviously being late. So don't be the late bird, be the early bird. So number 2, take a lot of notes. It's important to take a lot of notes in class. For instance, you might have to take one from the PowerPoint slide that your teacher might present you from, or whatever your teacher writes on the board. Okay, so pretty much when I was in history class or in English 4 class back in my high school days, we all have to take notes from, guess it, a PowerPoint slide. Yeah, those were the good old days in high school. PowerPoint slide. Yeah, because they're way more easier. And then my teacher would definitely take notes by writing something on the board, and I would automatically take that kind of note. And that was so amazing. Yeah, I'm so excited. So number 3, have a better behavior and a really good attitude. So try to show up with the best behavior ever, but be in control of yourself, especially whenever you have to deal with a serious teacher. So don't be a class clown or goofing off or in class or in school, or otherwise your teacher might put you in detention or a timeout area, whether you're in elementary school or something like that. So just have like the best behavior you can always have. So even if you're like one of these kids and teens have behavior issues, then you probably might have to consult yourself to a behavior therapist, which would obviously mean you have to let your parents send you to a behavior therapist, and they probably fix everything else. And I know how people can get behavior issues from. They can get it from watching a really bad TV show that is not worth watching, which I'm going to discuss that later on. So I'm just going to move on to number 4. So number 4, make friends with the right kind of person. So at school, you make friends with the right kind of person, but just don't make friends with the wrong kind of person. So here's a hint. The hint is that you have to be very careful what kind of friends you make, or otherwise you might become a victim of a bully or fall victim to peer pressure. Could be worse. Well, it could be worse. So probably my suggestion is that you probably have to make friends with the smarter kids in school. You know, kids who had higher grades and higher level. And I'm talking like nerdy kids, not the cool kids, because I'm just going to discuss it number 5. So number 5, try not to be like the other kids or teenagers. So just try not to be, so that way kids stand up, just don't try to be like the cool kids. So just be yourself. Just like I discussed number 4 wise, you just have to have friends that actually kind of love you or by caring about you. So just sit with your best friend at lunch or something like that. It could be a nerdy kid or it could have also been a special ed kid. So kids and teens, just make friends with the right kind of person. Just don't be cool and don't be like the cool kids. And you just have to understand one thing only. Just because the cool kids are doing it doesn't mean that you have to be one participating in that act. And just because you just did something awful, like you just break the rules in order to join the cool kids table, you won't be able to join the cool kids table. Just follow the rules. Just listen to your mom or dad or something like that. Just don't be playing like a bunch of M or X-rated video games, and don't be watching like a bunch of R X-rated movie because you think the cool kids are doing it. While in reality, you're obviously just putting yourself into trouble, or maybe the cool kids just doesn't want you on their table whatsoever after all. They're just trying to put you in detention anyway. All because they don't like you. So you probably have to stick with a friend figure actually does like you and care about you, even though you just have to be happy for it. Even if you already had a friend that cares about you, just learn that you had a friend that cares about you. So just be yourself and just be happy with who you are. Because that's what I did when I was in school. I just had to be myself and be happy with who I was. And no, I didn't sit in the cool kids table when I was in school. I ended up sitting in the special ed table when I was in school. I was a special ed student at school, and I just went to public school for y'all and get for a special ed reason. So that was obviously me when I was obviously a kid or teen back in my school days. And number 6, ask question. Always ask question. Well, whenever you have a question or anything else. So make sure, but you have to make sure that you ask your teacher about any question as long as it's not a dull one. So all these questions you ask has to be a brighter one. So come up with a brighter question or brighter ideas. So you probably have to think before you even talk to your teacher, before you even ask them a question. It could be a homework question whenever you question yourself. Man, teacher, do we even have any homework or something like that? Yeah. You probably might have homework, or a teacher says, oh, there's no homework today. Whatever class you go to or something like that. So you probably have to ask your teacher any questions or something like that. But not a dull one. So just be careful what you ask or something, okay? That's what I have to do. So number 7, do your homework. So make sure you have your homework on your schedule, like the ones I have over here, because this is my planner. So back in high school, I used to have planners, and I had to jot down what kind of homework I have on my planners. So make sure you are indeed doing them, so don't be wasting time not doing homework, like for instance, watching TV or playing a video game, or you might end up in detention. So always do your homework. So remember that, kids and teenagers, always do your homework. So don't be wasting time not doing the homework, okay? You have it on your planner or schedule thing, just do the homework, okay, kids and teenagers? It's not going to bite you or anything else. Just do it, okay? So number 8, study for the test. If you have a test to study, study them. But just like I discussed in number 7 was, the homework one, even though studying is part of your homework for all I noticed. So you just have to not learn duller stuff from a TV show or a cartoon, or you'll get an F. So don't watch a TV show that you're not supposed to be watching, and it's not even worth watching, because every time you watch a TV show that is not worth watching, you can learn duller stuff. Like for instance, you would learn something that would totally maybe cause you to have a bit of a behavior disorder, and it might keep you from learning, and it might keep you from being in school. Man, I must have learned all that information in Read 180 class back in my high school days. Yep, those were the times. So just be very careful what you watch next time. And mom and dad, if you're watching this, if you have kids or teenager, just don't introduce them to a TV show they're not supposed to be watching, because it's not worth watching. Just let them watch a pre-education TV show like PBS. It's available on TV. You can actually download the PBS Kids app on your cell phone, your iPad, or eventually on your TV set or something like that, so that your kids can get something out of it. Okay, so yeah, I know it's pre-educational. Some of them are for little kids, and nearly half of them are actually for older kids. who are obviously learning the math or something, or new words or something like that. And number 9, always learn something. So whenever you're in school, you should always learn something, because when I was in school, I just got something. All because I took a lot of notes from the PowerPoint slides that my teacher presented me. I just learned so many interesting facts about, like for example, I learned about the ancient periods of time, like ancient Egypt and ancient Rome and ancient Greek and stuff like that. And I also learned about the medieval times and the Renaissance time. And I also learned about the revolutionary times and all that stuff. And then I ended up learning about World War I and II back in high school. But then when I was in English 4 class, back in high school, because I was obviously in 12th grade back then, I just got something out of high school too, because when I was reading Beowulf, it was a really good book. It was like way more better than the movie version was, because the movie version was like, no. Well, in the book version, it was awesome, because Beowulf just Grendel's mom, all because Grendel's mom is just being the mother of all monsters for all we noticed. And I also ended up reading the Canterbury Tales when I was in high school. Yeah, pretty much the Canterbury Tales, all these weird rhymes. Even though it's all about collections of characters, or something like that, or character archetype, or something like that. And then also in English class, we all read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And I ended up learning that Frankenstein is not 7 feet tall, and he's not green and has short hair, and he doesn't have these needles sticking out of his neck or something like that. Well, pretty much Mary Shelley's Frankenstein was actually kind of tan skin color or something, or some bizarre skin color, I don't even remember it, but it's not green, to be fair, but it's probably between peach or tan skin color, and he has like long black hairstyle, yellow eyes, and he has this white pearly teeth and no needles sticking out of his neck, if you know what I mean. Well, at least I got something out of my English 4 class, because I'm absolutely learning something, yay, for me. And that makes me want to reach my college level. Yeah, because I ended up going to college like 2 times already. I went to the first college and the second college, even though I thought I was never going to go to that second college, because I felt like I was done with the first one, because I felt like I had all that knowledge, even though I ended up having more knowledge, even though I kept on getting more knowledge instead. So anyhow, even if I want to go to college, I hadn't had to finish up high school before college at first. That's what I would do. But even if I couldn't even finish up high school, I would definitely have to go to an all-adults high school. School for y'all, I guess, for adults who wasn't even that educational. And yeah, that school actually does exist. And every time you go to that school that is likely for adults, even though you're one of these adults who didn't get anything else from school back in high school, well, yeah, it's kind of like you're stuck in the first layer of the underworld, and you're obviously in repeat mode, and you're doomed to repeat the same old thing over and over again, and it's like you're stuck in a time loop, and it ain't that easy, okay? I've probably never ever been there before, but my mom never explained me what life would have been like if you've been to a high school for adults or something like that, and even though it's like the first layer of the underworld where you're doomed to repeat things over and over again. But then again, I ended up having like an extra year of high school anyhow, so I ended up graduating from high school, and then later I went to the first college, and my concentration was just editing and script writing, and then I went to the second college, and then my concentration was just straight up animation as usual. So I get to work on animation film as usual. So yep, that was obviously college life for me, or high school life for me for some reason on. But then again, when I was also in high school, I had to learn so many shocking facts about stuff that I never learned in history class back in school days. And yep, I was completely shocked or stoned or surprised that they never taught us that information in high school. Because I was already an adult, and I'm probably not going to talk about the shocking things I learned in college based on what I didn't even learn in high school. So that's you for learning for something like that, because you just have to learn something, that's all, because whenever you're in school, just try learning something based on what you just learned. And speaking of learning, I decided to pause here for the commercial before we even end this videotape. Hi, it's me, KJ the filmmaker / artist, and guess what? I've got a website, and it's in the description, link in the description below. All you gotta do is go to the website and hit the video on the top, and you can actually watch the trailer version for free. But even if you want to watch the full version of the film, all you gotta do is go to that top of the subscribe button and hit that pink subscribe button, and all you gotta do is pay for a $10 per month on a video, so you can just watch the full version of the film. So the link is obviously in the description below. All you gotta do is go to the link in the description below, and then it'll take you to that website over here. And now let's just get back to the videotape, because we're about to end this. And now we're back at it again. But I guess that's all I had to say in order to present something like that. Well, you can just hit the subscribe button if you want to, and you can just also try the website, the new website that is available, and you can just give this videotape a like if you find this school surviving thing anything helpful for you, just in case whenever you had to go to school in order to learn something. And I might have to say, thanks for watching this, and make sure you give the artist and filmmaker a